Switzerland has no oil, no gas, no significant coal deposits, no warm water ports. It is landlocked, mountainous, and for most of its history, was one of the poorest regions in Europe. Today it has the highest median wealth per adult on Earth. Not Luxembourg, not Norway, Switzerland. And here is what almost nobody talks about. Switzerland did not get rich by working harder or being smarter. It got rich by understanding something about money that most countries never figured out, or figured out too late. This is the real story. Let us go back to the 1300s. Because this starts earlier than most people think. Switzerland in the medieval period was essentially a collection of mountain communities who could not grow enough food, could not trade easily, and had nothing to sell. What they did have was young men. Strong, disciplined, and desperate. So they exported them. Swiss mercenaries became the most feared soldiers in Europe. The French hired them. The Pope hired them, still does, technically. Italian city-states paid fortunes to have Swiss soldiers protect their rulers and their money. And here is where it gets interesting. When those soldiers came home, if they came home, they brought foreign gold with them. That gold had to go somewhere. And the families who managed that gold, who stored it, who moved it quietly across borders, started building something that would outlast every army Switzerland ever fielded. They built trust. Not a bank, not a system. Trust. The belief that your money, once handed to a Swiss vault, would never be mentioned again. That is the first pillar. Now fast forward to the 1600s and 1700s. Europe is tearing itself apart. Religious wars, political purges, the kind of chaos where a merchant in France could wake up wealthy on a Tuesday and be ruined by Thursday because the king needed funds. Where did Europe's nervous money go? Geneva, Basel, Zurich. Switzerland had something almost no other place had: political neutrality enforced by geography. The Alps made invasion expensive. The confederation structure made it hard for any single ruler to take over. And crucially, Switzerland had no king who could seize assets on a whim. So the Huguenots fled France and brought their textile and watchmaking skills. Jewish merchants, expelled from city after city across the continent, found that Swiss cities would quietly do business. European aristocrats who were not sure whose side would win the next war started parking their fortunes in Swiss accounts. Switzerland was not offering a better investment. It was offering something rarer. It was offering permanence. And permanence, when everything around you is unstable, is worth an enormous premium. Here's where the economics get sharper. By the 18th century, Swiss banking was already handling money for the French crown. Jacques Necker, the French finance minister who tried to save France from bankruptcy before the revolution, was Swiss. The irony is almost too clean. The man managing the collapsing finances of the most powerful monarchy in Europe was from Geneva. But Switzerland was also doing something quietly brilliant on the industrial side. With no raw materials, they could not compete in bulk manufacturing. So they did not try. Instead, they moved up the value chain. Watchmaking, precision instruments, pharmaceuticals, textiles, industries where the value is not in the raw material, it is in the knowledge. The craft, the tolerance for detail measured in fractions of a millimeter. A Swiss watch in the 1800s was not valuable because of the metal. The metal was cheap. It was valuable because of what had been done to the metal. 10,000 tiny, perfect movements assembled by hand.